Hey guys, welcome back to the King Kane Way TV. It's me, King Kane, and I'm here today to give you guys a review over the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 12, Episode 7. I can't believe we're like almost halfway through the season and nothing major has gone on other than Kenya splashing into Marlo's event on Episode 6. So I don't know if I'm bored or if I'm anticipating too early based on the blog page for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. But something needs to happen, or I'm going to be forced to only watch clips on Instagram to get the tea because sitting through these episodes, there's tea dropping, but can we get it moving faster? Like, I'm over it. So the show opens up with Kenya going to see Sin because Cynthia needs help with her closet. She's trying to revamp her closet because Mike is going to be spending a lot of time there, so she wants to make sure he has room and that she has room. Kenya's giving her advice about, marriage and relationships and all that type of shit and about her getting engaged. And, it's really not needed. It's really not wanted because your husband doesn't live in Atlanta with you. And, you guys are having problems. So, we don't need your advice right now. I don't think Cynthia really needed it. Cynthia even said it, girl, I ain't studying you or your opinion, okay? Because last time I checked, your man don't live with you. Y'all not in the same city, and it doesn't look like it's going to happen either. So, mind yours, Kenya. Give advice when advice is asked for. Because, you got to sweep in front of your own front door because you and Mark have a lot of issues. I definitely love Cynthia's confessional. She's giving me very much Donna Sumner's in her look with her big green dress and, the big hair. I absolutely loved it. They discuss Marlo and her event. Cynthia tells Kenya that Marlo was being super shady, talking about she knows stuff about Kenya and she know Kenya over there paying child support. I don't know how Marlo knows that, but maybe Kenya is paying child support for Mark's other children, since she is married to him. That could be the tea. I don't know. Kenya says that's why she don't fuck with Marlo. Marlo pulls a lot of shit out of her ass, including dick from 80-year-old men. And she's just like, I'm over Marlo. Like, she's so vindictive. She's so evil. They discuss Mark and Kenya. They're still having issues. I'm totally bored with it. Like, girl, if you're not going to divorce, if you're not going to do something else, I'm over hearing about Kenya and Mark. It's very difficult. It's very difficult. Girl, I don't give a flying fuck. Okay? Yeah, it's very difficult, but yet you try to go ruin this woman event. Like, stop it. Come on now. Let's respect each other's businesses, period. Anywho, Candy, we see Candy. She's at home. Riley calls her. Riley's basically trying to buy this $168 Fendi vintage like sweater, and I'm assuming she has one of Candy's cards. And so Candy's like, no, girl, you can spend your own money. Like, you got your own coins. I'll be spending my coins on there. Like, no. And I was like, okay, Candy, so you do say no. So I feel like, okay, that makes sense. But I feel like, Riley, you probably have a bag of your own. You're just trying to spend your mom's. But, at the end of the day, it was nice to see Candy say no. Todd and Ace are heading out. Carmen comes over to me. Carmen is looking a hot mess these days. Carmen looks absolutely pregnant. I'm totally not here for Carmen. They discuss Todd and how he's wanting more businesses and how he done bought this truck. And Candy's like, that's fine. Be motivated. Be ambitious. But damn, we finna have this new baby with the surrogate. Like, we need to focus on bringing this baby into the world. And I agree with Candy. And I think Candy looks beautiful with her short haircut and her confessional as well. I think this season I've seen some of the best confessionals from Cynthia and Candy combined. I think that they are both getting it right. Their teams have done some research because these ladies are looking phenomenal in their confessionals. I'm totally loving that. They discussed Todd and Kayla, and pretty much how Todd is just so weird with Kayla, and Candy feels like it's probably because she's a girl, because, you know, Riley and Todd bump heads, and Riley's just like, you know, there's a lot of things she doesn't feel like he needs to speak on because he's like not her father. But let's be clear, Riley, your father is not there. We all know that from a couple of seasons ago. So, you know, shut the fuck up, mind your elders, and show respect to your mom's husband. That I don't agree with. Candy laughing about it. Girl, shut the fuck up. I don't think it's funny. The world doesn't think it's funny. If Riley's being disrespectful to Todd, get it together. But I do feel like Todd needs to get his shit together with Kayla. And, you know, Candy goes on to say, like, she does want to do more for Kayla, but Todd's always like, no, she's in her 20s, she needs to be independent. But I feel like Candy, as a stepmom, you should still do it for her. You should still be like, hey, I deposited you such and such. Oh, here, I put this in your account. Or, you know, like, I feel like you should still do it. I don't know if you do it, but I do feel like you should still do it. Like, fuck your husband. If you feel like you want to do for his daughter out of the kindness of your heart because you do have it, then you should just do it. I don't think you should let Todd stop you because you still do what the fuck you want to do. He don't stop you from eating puss. Moving on. Portia and Marlo, they're hanging out on this little pillow bus thingy. I thought it was so cute. You know, they're sipping hookah. I mean, they're smoking hookah. They're sipping Henny. I love this scene. I think this scene is just a cute Kiki moment. Marlo has her sequins on with her big ugly wig. Portia's dressed down in, you know, her athleisure wear. I believe it was Versace that she had on. I totally loved, you know, what they were both giving. Portia, she, you know, she does her little reflection on her and Marlo's friendship. We go back to them in Barcelona when Marlo was just picking at Portia for lying on Candy. And then when Marlo tried to, you know, snatch her fan out of her hand, that whole thing, and how they always had an issue. But, you know, now Portia feels like they are friends. She feels like they've moved past that. And once she said that once she got Marlo alone, she saw a whole different side of her. And, you know, I think this is really cute. Like, it's, like, really natural how Portia has these super fun, cool connections to the friends of the show, like her and Tanya, and her from episode 6, how they had that little scene, and then with her and Marlo. I think that is just really, really beautiful, and I absolutely love it. Marlo wants Portia to open up about Dennis. Portia's response is pretty much like, you know, just because I don't tell it to different people over and over and over, because when you're going through, you don't want to have to do that. You know, it does not mean that I'm not open. I'm still totally very much open. Which I agree. Like, you know, some things you can keep to yourself, you know, and, you know, she'll open up about it as time goes on. You know, you just have to give people time when they're going through. They discussed Nene. Portia is totally over Nene edgeless leaks. And, you know, Marlo makes this comment like, well, we as women, we always don't let our homegirls get by, but we let these niggas get by, and woo, 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 we let this shit get over, wah, 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 wah. And Portia's just like, oh, no, let's be very clear. If I can do it with my man, I can definitely do it with a Nene. Like, nobody's going to disrespect me. Nobody's going to treat me any type of way. And I mean, that's some real shit, Portia. Like, no, you don't have to stand for no bullshit. Like, girl, move on. Like, nobody give a fuck. Shit. Then we flashed over to Casa Leaks. Nene and her life coach, they're talking. The reason for leaving Marlo's event, she talks to her therapist about that, how she just didn't want to have to slap the shit out of Kenya. And she just really wanted to get out of there because she's totally not in that space anymore. And she knows that Marlo is a big girl, and she knows that Marlo's probably thinking like, damn, why you didn't have my back? But she's like, girl, the best thing I could do for your event was to leave because, you know, I would have fucked your total event up. So I see it for that. I see it for Nene leaving. I see it for her, you know, doing what she got to do to move forward in her life, if this is what she's really doing. However, the life therapist, life coach, she looks a little bit weird. She totally doesn't give me life coach, just by appearance. But, you know, you can never judge a book by its cover. So, maybe she is a pretty good therapist. She tells Nene You know, just pretty much just, you know, be open to the possibility. Nene tells her that she wants the girlhood back. She wants the friendship back from the girls. She talks about going on the cast trip to Toronto that Tanya invited her to, and Nene doesn't want to go, but the life coach tells her, you know, you need to go. You know, you need to go and you need to have a good time and turn up. We go back to Portia and Marlo. They ride by the hot dog factory. Portia is totally not here for it. The hot dog factory is Portia's fiance, who she's going through with right now. That's his business. So Portia and Marlo, like, they're there. Marlo's like, hey, Dennis, you know, I'm going to make sure y'all stay together, Dennis. And, you know, it's no secret that Marlo absolutely lives for Dennis. So, you know, they go to the hot dog factory, and so Portia's like, I should just call him and let him know that we're here, you know, just so nobody else will tell him, because let's be clear, they're filming. So it is good, you know, let him know, hey, babe, we were filming there. Woo, 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 you know, it is what it is. So she calls him, and, you know, Marlo's doing this whole thing where, you know, she's trying to be the middleman, like, hey, girl, tell your man hi, you know, I love you, and hey, we're here. You know, Portia's just really not here for us. She's like, hey, I just want to let you know that we're here eating, you know, and that's just what it is. And he's like, oh, okay. So then Marlo and Portia, they sit down, and, you know, Portia opens up about the first therapy session and how it was just a mess and how they have the second one coming up. And, you know, it's just really, 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 really sad. I feel bad for Portia, and I just, you know, I want her and Dennis to get through this. But, you know, present day, I see that they have. Next, we see Candy at Candy's home. Candy got a big white nanny, Miss Piggy, Miss Petty, Miss Paggy, something like that. Come through Big Nanny, and they're cooking breakfast. Kayla's getting ready to head to New York to go live her fashion dream. She's from New York, but she feels like this is just totally, you know, nerve-wracking for her. Kayla, go forward. Do what you got to do. I love you. Do what you got to do. And go forward with your dream, you know. Todd is not there. He had to leave. Ace is playing. Candy is actually the one taking Kayla to the airport. You know, I don't know. I don't know. I wrote down what I just said, how Candy said that she feels like she should do more for Kayla. So I was just notating that. But like I said, I still feel like fuck Todd, do for this little girl if that's what the fuck you want to do. But, you know, they have the final say-so in how they raise their separate kids. But Candy feels like they're going to bump heads when it comes to their son and daughter in the future when things just don't work out. No tea, no shade. I kind of see divorce in Candy's future. I think that Todd is just so gung-ho happy with the business, with the success of the old lady gang, that he's just like, oh, God, I got to hop into all these different businesses. I got to do this. I got to do that. And I feel like it's a short man insecure thing. And I feel like Candy is going to be given to their daughter and son together. And he's not going to go for that. And I can totally see that not working. No tea, no shade. But it's just like the perfect setup for that, you know? Moving on. Cynthia, Eva, and their men's, they're having lunch. They discuss marriage, and, you know, Cynthia wants to be engaged, blah, blah. It's boring. Eva and Cynthia tells the men about Snakegate. You know, Mike just pretty much snaps. Eva husband gives them the law tea, just pretty much about how, you know, it could be illegal or it could be legal, that whole thing. Michael says that, you know, whoever did it is a piece of shit. Boy, shut the fuck up. Ain't nobody stunned Cynthia. Nobody care about Cynthia like that. Hush, you look stupid. We don't care. Eva shaded Nene about the recording, saying that Nene works for the Federale. She has an obsession with recording. She recorded me last year and I didn't know. Yada, yada, yada. You know, once again, shading Nene out the blue for no reason. Looking for her moment. It's totally childish. Next, we see Kenya. She goes to see an attorney about her assets. She wants to protect them for Brooklyn. She breaks down crying. It's the same story. I'm really bored with Kenya and Mark. Like, can we see y'all arguing? Can we see y'all going through the divorce already? Like, girl, this is why we brought her back? To pick with Marlo and to talk about this punk husband? Like, I'm bored. Portia and Dennis are at therapy. He says that, you know, the situation that he had was a mistake. Portia lets him know it is not a fucking mistake. A mistake is taking the wrong exit, bitch. So, excuse me, if that's where you want to be, that's not where I'm going to be. If you want to heal, if you want me to move forward, I need you to not say there was a fucking mistake, because in all actuality, it wasn't a fucking mistake. You chose to cheat on me. You chose to sleep around and whore on me. Be very clear. So, you know, at the end of the day, Dennis has a lame excuse that, you know, the sex with a pregnant person, you know, really just wasn't a man wanting. Portia's like, what the fuck? We was fucking through the pregnancy. Like, let's be clear, bitch. That's no fucking excuse. Dennis just short and slow. The therapist is getting him together. How could you sleep with someone else? I'm totally here for the therapist. I love when she said that. How could you sleep with someone else? And, you know, Dennis just sitting there looking stupid, egghead, tight suit, giving very much A1 tease. Just pretty much saying, you know, he's sorry, he's apologetic, and, you know, technically they're still engaged. And the therapist's like, well, technically, she's not wearing her ring. Let's be very clear. I just love how the therapist kept bringing Dennis back to motherfucking me reality, because, bitch, your tea is not secure. Your wife is annoyed with you. Be very clear. So, you know, that's pretty much that. They left together, though. Portia and Dennis left together. And, you know, he's like, oh, you looking good. Can I come over? She's still standing her ground like, boy, you're not coming to my crib. I'm totally unbothered with you. So it looks like there's light at the end of the tunnel for them. And like I said, present day, they're back together. So that was that episode. That was episode 7. I thank you guys for watching my videos. Go ahead, subscribe to my channel. Like this video, comment. Leave your comments. Leave your thoughts. Leave your opinions. Like, let's start a chat. Like, let's talk about it. Because, you know, I don't really know if I'm feeling this season yet, but there is tea brewing. I want us to get past Snakegate and let's get into the Kenya and Nene drama, because that's more interesting, honestly. So thank you guys for fucking with the King Kane Way TV. I love you all. And don't forget to follow me on all of my social media in the description of this video. Bye. Mwah.